Alright YouTube, I'm bringing you the part 2 of this video. Folks, back here, I just want to do some demonstration about picking up good lighting for your house. As you guys seen the first video, and I want to show you how all this bulb works. Mind you, this one is dead already. The reason it's just flickering or whatever, for some reason, died. Alright, so I suppose this one still works. So stay tuned for this video. Alright, I'm gonna be testing all the bulbs here to show you or give you the lighting or the different ambience of the light bulb. So right now I have my first demonstration. This one is already plugged in to the solar. I'm using my solar to test all these ones. I'm going to be giving you, like I said, the advantages and disadvantages of these bulbs. All right, folks, then taking you right to the test, and so that you can see yourself. So there's a switcher. I'm gonna flip this one over and see how these light bulbs start. So it's warming up. Like I said, it doesn't light right away. Warms up, but look at the color. It's kind of like orange. Okay, it's not like a color you want to have in your house, but hey, if you like that, you can buy it. Okay, it's warming up now. Get in there. So if this color you like for your house, for your home, go for it. Makes you happy, go for it. Now it's almost charged up. This is, and I'm gonna turn this one off and try another one. Now I'm gonna bring you to the new technology here, which is a LED. It takes 11 watts, 105 milliamp. It takes, okay, 105 milliamps. So you can see it's a 2700 Kelvin. Okay, made in China. It's a 800 lumens. So it's supposed to be kind of warm color, as they say. Here we go. We're gonna test the lighting of this one. This is a 3-way switch. Okay. All right, folks. I just realized that this one is dead. This is the one that was flickering, is dead. So I can get it to work. Okay, let's try another one. We're gonna be trying the other one here. It's a heavy duty, and if I can look at the, I think it's a 13 amp, 13 watts, 27, yeah, 2700K. You see it right there. Right here. Okay, let's try it. I don't know if the switch is on. Okay, we're gonna try it now. Here we go. Pretty nice. It's way warmer compared to the other one. So it might not probably turn up right on the camera, because of the camera lens is kind of adjusting because of, just like the eye, too much light. So it's just trying to do a contrast. It's trying to adjust itself so that it can focus right. That's the word. So that it can work perfectly. So this is super bright. See LED? Boom. Flip the switch. It's right there. Gives you the power. That's why a lot of people don't like these ones here, because you turn them on, you have to wait for a while before the room or the bathroom is all lit up. So people don't like that. A lot of people, they want the light, they flip the switch, it's there right away. Okay, so this one has to charge up, and from there it's gonna start giving the power. When it gives the power, trust me, it's gonna be really, really bright. You don't want to, advice for this, you don't want to turn this on and off, on and off, on and off, because it's just going to ruin the life expectancy of this light bulb, because they tend to last a little bit longer if you leave them on constantly, don't turn them off, because then it takes less energy. That's the thing, it takes a less energy because it does have to charge up and draw a lot of energy for it to light the entire room. But definitely if you leave it on, it takes only less power. Probably it's gonna take about 1 or 2 amps is drawing, depends, or half an amp, depends to the wattage of the bulb. Okay, let's try the other one. Here is another fancy one of the latest one, and see, LED, kind of heavy. It has a lot of weight on it, the base. So be careful, guys. You don't want to drop this one because it's gonna probably just ruin it, or the circuit board in it's gonna probably all that kind of vibration. Maybe it's gonna ruin some component into it, but it's kind of heavy. It has a lot of weight. So let's check it out. Okay, it's a 3-way switch. Don't worry about it. There we go. Look at this. You know, see the LED? It's really nice, and it's designed in a way that even on the sides, so that you can able to have more lighting compared to this one. This one is just round and something. This is, see, it's kind of flat. It's kind of like a cylinder, and at the top is flat. This is like a concave right here, you know, just to spread the light. But this has a beam to project, and it lit up the sides for if you have a lamp, a nightstand like this guy here. You guys seen this? A nightstand for, or chandelier, or whatever you call it. So you can able to get a proper lighting for your house, which this one illuminate on the side of it. It's not that super warm. It's kind of white LED contrast, but it's really nice. Turn the switch on right away, fire it up right away. You don't have to wait for it at all. Okay, let's try the other one. Now you see the difference I was talking about. When you turn the light on, off, it tends to drag. The lens is gonna try and adjust itself, focusing so that I can have the perfect lighting. It's gonna absorb into the lens. And I just want to mention this to you, because this short time I just turned this thing on, I started feeling like a little heat. That's why it has a huge heat sink, huge one. It's kind of a little bit warm to the touch. It's not like really hot. No, it's warm. So if they are that's why you see, because of this huge heat sink, this fins trying to dissipate the heat. So if you're looking at putting this into an enclosed fixture, I'm not gonna say I recommend that, but it's gonna be it's gonna give you produce heat. This is a 13.5 watt, 850 lumens. Okay, so it's a big boy. It's bright, but how long you gonna have this running? Then it's not gonna produce generate that kind of heat. That's my point. That's why it has a high, or whatever you call it, a huge heat sink. For these ones, folks, you will see as time goes on, it's gonna turn orange here because they're burning out because of the heat. Even that, they don't put any heat sink for them. They have a little 2 or 4 holes, little porous holes right there that dissipate the heat from the element. And there's a circuit board down here that with the little transistor capacitor, I think it's transistor, whatever they call it, is in there, built in this one. Check out my video how I improvise one of the LEDs, compact fluorescent to CFL. compact fluorescent to LED, sorry. Okay, now let me take you to the old school technology. Back in the day, remember when I was saying, when you have this light bulb, you can see the elements right there, those little tiny, like a thread like, for you new folks, young folks, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. You see that little thread inside, it shakes. If you hit this bulb, you're gonna see it's kind of like shaking, resonate. So that's the thing. Now I'm gonna turn this one on. Let's see. All right, folks, let's try this one. All right, folks, we're back on business here. Well, you can see the warm and just crispy clear, beautiful, but it produced a lot of heat. These are 60 water. Okay, that's what you got, because right now, if I look at the Wristband Junior is pulling about 3.9 amps from the battery. So, mind you folks, if you're just tuning in, I'm running this test into solar. So, see the contrast? I'm moving the thing slowly and bringing it for you guys. Young folks can see how the filaments are. So that's how it lit up. So some people don't like that look. You know, it looks intimidating. It looks like it's gonna caught on fire, and people don't like that. A lot of people don't like that. You know, different opinions. We all have opinions here. This is a 60 water. You can feel the heat, just the heat. And the bad thing about this, a lot of people don't like back in the day, after this one is already on for a while, like right now, I can't touch it. Woo! It's really hot. Don't you ever, never touch a 60 watt or 100 watt bulb after being 120 watt on this lighting for quite a long time. These are, I think, some of the reasons, some of the features why the technology changes, because it's dangerous. People probably trying to sue other people, the manufacturer, because they burned their hands or their fingers, or the kids or what. They touched this thing, they just took this bulb out to change it. He died trying to put a replacement, and they lay there, kid touch it, burned their fingers right away. Look at this. I'm a grown man. Look, I can barely touch this thing. It's hot. So if you have this on a fixture, I'm telling you folks, I wish I had my heat gun here, a laser gun, then you guys can see how many the amount of heat that thing is producing right now. So if you're kind of cold or whatever, you can have some of these ones hanging up of the ceiling, and you're gonna sit underneath there. You're gonna have a good tan, because it's gonna be heating you up. It's really hot. So folks, I just have to be very careful taking this light bulb out. All right, this is a test, and it's dangerous. Now it's hot and your fingers are wet, or you drop maybe if you have this one outside, it's not insulated, it's not covered, and rain drops touch this kind of thing, it's just gonna go pop, blow up right away. Those are the disadvantages too about these light bulbs. Like these ones, some of them are sealed like these. It's totally like sealed. As long as it's on like this, it's on the fixture or whatever, they can be wet. You know, so it's hanging like this. It's a rubber. See, it's a plastic. It's a plastic. Really plastic. These are glass. So these ones don't get water easily. But these ones can get water because of these fins, you know, they have to cool down the system. So it depends. These ones you don't want to put outside at all because they will just pop right away. Thin glass, thin. You know, I can hit this one a little bit. It's going to crack right away. Shattered. Dangerous. Mercury in that thing. So we're going to try the other old school with the frosting on it. Frosted ones, that so that people, you know, who don't like to see this red element, you know, all that kind of stuff. They put this kind of clear because some people want more lighting. And this one is coated they tend to not to see that element in filament. That's the word, filament, and it makes them happy. These are 60 watt too, so they think probably it's dangerous as flames. It's electricity, it's current, high voltage there, and amps coming into this. It's gonna cause some problems. So let's try the frosted one and see. If I keep hitting on this bulb for a few seconds like that, shaking that filament in that thing, that bulb will blow up right away. That bulb will blow up right away. If I keep on doing this, it's gonna go bye-bye. All right, I'm gonna change this bulb and put another one, the frosted one, and we can try it again. Folks, you guys can see I was telling you guys I have to use a cloth, to even take the light bulb out, because that's how hot it is. So it's not like even a quick fix and people being in the dark, afraid of the dark, and all of a sudden a light bulb goes kaput. Well, you can't change it right away. Your kids are scared because it's kind of dark. Mommy, daddy, what am I gonna do? I'm afraid of the dark and all that kind of stuff. Some kids are really afraid of the dark, even grown-ups. So let's put this one again, and it's not gonna be advisable for you to touch this bulb at all. It doesn't take that long to cool off. Like right now, I see I can hold it. It cools off because the glass is too thin. So it cools down really fast, but the thing, it gets hot so fast. It's dangerous if you don't be careful. All right, we're gonna try that one, the frosty one. All right, folks, this is the old school one, frosted one. Look at it. Because of the lighting, it's kind of weird, but the sensor or the camera is trying to adjust itself to give you a better rating. There we go. Now you can see it. Same thing, produce heat, getting hot. It looks kind of nice and warmer. You're not gonna see all this white filament right here, like this one. And anytime I do the autofocus, then you can see the color changes. That's why it's not like the bulb is weird. See that? So this will wrap up my video here about all these lighting stuff and how everything works. And I hope you guys find this one really helpful. I hope you guys find this beneficial for your home, and make the right choice what you want to get for your house for the buck. If you want just something cheap, you pay the consequences. You want something expensive, you pay the consequences about it, because some things are expensive, but they don't last long. They don't work that right. The cheap ones tend to work right sometimes, but not all the time. So just be careful and make the right decision, and see what is right for you, what you want for your house. If you're trying to you're architect or whatever, interior designer, whatever you call yourself, and you need proper lighting so that you can show maybe your drawing and all your work or your paint work to impress the customer, to impress the homeowner, then go with the proper lighting. I'm gonna leave you with that kind of decision you have to make for yourself. I like these ones, the old school. Like I said, warm light, really nice. But if you have a lot of these in a room, it's gonna be really hot in there. Trust me. And they don't like to turn if you like to play with the switch on and off, on and off, on and off, it's gonna blow this one off. And when it goes off, you can't touch it right away. It's too hot. These are all the advantages and disadvantages. From JW Solar, another long video again. I hope you learned something. Give us a like, thumbs up, and share this video if you find it helpful. This is all.